Welcome back to Let's Play Skyrim Jakar's story, everyone. You may notice that in the top right corner of the screen we have some new icons there that weren't there before. That is due to an amazing little mod that I just installed called I Need, which is replacing Realistic Needs and Diseases. Realistic Needs and Diseases was awesome. I liked that mod, and it adds immersion and stuff. But it's really overly complicated sometimes, and also you need to press a hotkey to see how, hungry, thirsty, or tired your character is. With this mod, there's a nice little heads-up display, and those icons will turn different colors. It will turn yellow and then red, the way I have them set when Jakar gets hungry or thirsty. It is how I have it set, right? Because this save might have been before I did all that. Yeah, color-based. So, icons start off white, you will suffer penalties once they're red. So yes, that is a... Oh, actually, you know what? I need to buy some food. Yeah, and also, speaking of that, I forgot to, I'm glad I had to redo this session, and yes, I did have to redo this session. Like the idiot I am, I accidentally had Mass Effect checked instead of Skyrim because I just recorded a session of that this afternoon, and I wasted 25 minutes of my life trying to record a black screen, basically. Whatever. Anyway, I'm actually glad I had to redo that for a small reason, because I forgot to tell you about the feature that had me most excited about I Need.
They say the Dark Elves built it after they fled from Morrowind.
Yes. I didn't mean to. I didn't mean to press. Heard any rumors lately? I mean to press. What have you got for sale? And I went to buy a lot of food, enough for me and Animala, because a really cool feature of I Need is that your followers need food now, with the option enabled, and they'll automatically eat when they're hungry if you give them food. So that's kind of cool. I'm just gonna buy all the freaking food because there isn't all that much here anyway, and I have over almost 4,000 gold. So yeah, all that's left is alcohol. We've got all the food.
Hear any juicy gossip in town? Be sure to share it with me. Ready to get moving.
So I need to trade some things with you, Animal. Where's that option? Where is it? Hello. Where is it? I need you to do something. What brought you to Skyrim? What? Why can't I trade things with her? Okay. What? The option should be right there, but it's not. There it is. That was weird. It just kind of disappeared until I re-entered the dialogue.
I'll shoulder some of your burden.
I'm not really asking you to shoulder burden, Animal. I'm just giving you food so that you can eat when you're hungry. Right, so, so these some cheese. Let's see, there's plenty of food to go around. I'll give her one of everything I have two of. That works. And that's probably enough for a bit. So,
All right, then.
Let's go, Animla. I've decided that we are going to this Peak Shade Tower before we retire here, because it's still late afternoon. We've got a bit of day left. I suppose we can check out this other Peak Shade Tower before the day is done. Now, there's another mod I just installed called alternate crafting system. That's what it's called, right? Mod configuration. Yeah, alternate crafting system. And it allows you to pay smiths to improve your weapons and armor and craft things for you, which will allow me to not have to focus on, what's the word? On the smithing skill at all. I was originally going to do a bit of crafting with Jakar and level up smithing eventually, but only because the best gear is crafted in this game. It's just how it works. I mean, it's pretty rare to find something you're going to use, something out in the wilderness you're going to use forever, but if you craft like the top level thing in smithing, you use it for the whole game. So, it's it'll be really cool to just be able to get high level gear if I just have enough money and the materials. So that's pretty cool. I might as well just show you the dialogue options. I haven't really showed you that, but yeah, right here it says, can you adjust my armors, can you temper my weapon, and it's oh yeah, that's right. There was the dog.
Yeah.
Well, he ended up being a lot more trouble than
Anyway,
he
it's
was
done.
worth.
Time to move on. Much obliged. Here. It's not much, but take it anyway.
Thank you. Yeah, that quest is bugged and we won't be doing the actual main part of that quest, but at least we got some money from finding him. Anyway, what am I doing? I am going out to Peakshade Tower, because we have a bit of day left and we're going to use it. Right. It is raining, but, you know, rain or shine is Jakar's motto. He doesn't really like rain all that much. No one really likes rain, but, you know, he decides that, you know, just sitting around all day when you have things to do is, you know, doesn't make sense to him. Yeah, there we go. So, just kind of follow this road all the way to Peakshade Tower at the end of it. And it's not very far from town. So hopefully, by the very latest midnight or so, we will have investigated Peakshade Tower. That leaflet thing that we got said that Thalmor corpses were found over near there, so someone's been killing Thalmor. Now, Jakar doesn't really care about Thalmor, but he wonders what if the person has malicious intent beyond Thalmor. What if it's bandits? Bandits would kill anyone, so, you know. Keep your guard up, Animal. I don't like this place. I don't really like any tower out in the middle of the wilderness, because it usually has bandits or such
Anyone
other
who
vagrants
ever
in it.
complains about the rain has never been to Black Marsh. There's a reason why they call it Hist Piss.
Animal's amazing. Yeah, before the last session, when she said that, when I was recording a black screen, I hadn't heard that, heard her say that before, and that's just a really funny thing. Let's just make sure I'm actually recording. Yeah, okay, good, because I swear it actually had the game's picture up when I was recording earlier, but I wasn't paying enough attention when I checked if it was recording. I don't know, but either way. A fellow Khajiit. Hello,
Make it
brethren. I do
quick.
not wish you harm.
You have something to say. Well, save your breath. The way I see it, you don't have much more of them left.
I simply wanted to talk, brethren. There is no need to threaten me.
Tongues for cowards whose blades say nothing.
As I said, I do not wish to cross blades with you. Why are you so hostile? Do you wish to kill me? If so, draw your blade and we shall fight. If not, I wish to know your name, that is all.
The son of Cloudwilla Temple named me the Desert Fang. The Thalmor know me as Des Courier. To you, I am simply Savashni, the Khajiit who spared your life.
Where do you hail from, I wonder?
Cyrodiil, fool, from the steps of Cloudwilla Temple. Whence I came before that, no one knows. The blade who had left the service found me as he descended the steps. To him it was a sign from the divines. In truth, it was just a cowardly mother, waiting for the opportune time and a man with forlorn eyes. Having left the order, his eyes were indeed tainted with sorrow, and for that he pitied this kitten when he should have abandoned it. Yet it was his newly discovered faith in the workings of the gods that inspired him to develop the skills for which I'm the caretaker.
You seem to have not deserved such a kind man's arms. You know, I am not the only one. I seem to not be the only Khajiit who was who never knew his parents and was taken in by someone, but I certainly did not turn into such a sourpuss. Well, all of that sounds like fate to me. That seems to have not happened just
The world
coincidentally.
is full of such tales of fate and coincidence. That's what we burn into our memories. with all the other instances. Every day we live without incident. Those moments are never ascribed to the laziness of the gods. Just forgotten.
I am curious about your armor and sword. They are quite ornate.
Akaviri, forged in a dragonland, is a sword and armor of the blades, sworn to the service of the true emperor. But know this, my sword serves no one. You could be Tiber Septim reborn, and I'll still send you back to the divines with your head in your arms.
I have heard the blades do not recruit those who will not serve, who use their blades to their own ends.
You think on who they were, and not who they are. The Blades are a group of bandits, rogues and traitors. Most of all, they are fools. Fools who couldn't see past their own weakness. Like parasites who cling to the lion's mane. The weak must ally with the strong, and pray they aren't flicked off by the stroke of its tongue. It makes no difference whether this Titus Mead is of dragon blood or schemer, just that his army stands between them and the executioner's axe. If the Blades weren't fools, they would measure their emperors by where they seat their Thalmor guests, at the table or on a pike.
Well, you may not be a blade, but I doubt you simply scavenge that
True.
armor.
The one I killed to gain this armor was indeed a blade, a master of the dual sword technique, and my mentor. He was a man of 40 years, and I no older than a dozen, when I first bested him in single combat, yet he was still my better, and our bodies would never be at an age where I could prove otherwise. At 16, my mentor had exhausted his use to me in terms of body. I would have granted him death right then, if not for the secrets his mind guarded.
Secrets? What do you
The
mean?
way of the Nine. Stances and techniques derived from the teachings of the divines. That was his legacy, and his gift to me, his only pupil. But only when I was ready. A phrase thrown around by masters of all disciplines who wish to teach their pupils the value of patience. What I wasn't ready for, and never would be, was religious nonsense with which he dressed the art of the kill. Now as I enter my prime, I search for the lesson that escaped into the void when we last crossed our planes.
So, you killed the one person who could teach you such a thing.
Fool, your wits display the emptiness of your mind. It was my mentor himself who stated the stance of Arcade was one passed on through death. Yet it's possible, as Arcade governs life and death, that it was a test of one's scruples, and in killing him, the technique is lost to eternity. Yet if I hadn't struck the killing blow, then I myself would be lost to the void. And that's a trade only imbeciles like you would find worthy.
Your insolence and rudeness do you no credit, Khajiit. Well, I am curious about this way
You
of
would
Nine.
understand little of what I speak, and much of it is of no practical use, but facile metaphors tossed around by dying man. But I will enjoy watching your brow twitch in confusion as I pass his words on to you. Take, for instance, Debella. the god of beauty.
What about Julianos?
Julianos teaches that from one thing, know 10,000. Study closely what is distant and look from a distance at what is close. Bad, garbled poetry and peasant wisdom. Unnecessary layers of depth that belies what is the simplest of all truths. It is easier to kill a one-armed foe than one with 2 arms and a sword. The stance of Julianos is designed to disarm, quite literally, in fact. The tip of the blades nearly scraped the ground, sweeping upward to catch the crook of the elbow where the joints meet and the flesh is exposed.
Well, you know what? I'm tired of hearing of that, because, well, you are right. It is quite over my head. I use 1 sword, not 2, but I'm not sure I really want to know, but I am very curious in how you killed
It
your master.
snowed that night when it should have rained. My mentor looked at the sky and said Kindereth was all out of tears. I said, Kindereth does not cry for fools. We drew our swords and dashed through the trees, our feet rapping against the snow. The night before I had chosen my stance. While most would use the flurry of Akatosh, the technique is too violent. I could kill my mentor and lose sight of the very thing I sought to learn. And in the spiritual sense, the father does not come before the son.
So what stance
It
did
was
you
the
use?
defense of Zenithar that shielded me from his attack. I saw both his blades as swords and not shields. I could parry, if not kill. Our blades clashed, but made no sound, muffled by the snowstorm. His swords came at me from all directions, but I kept my eyes on his feet. Or more precisely, the tracks he left in the snow. There was a pattern there, if only I had more time.
I assume you switched stances at
To
this point.
Akatosh, I went for the flurry and the kill. Yet when I saw his blade rise to the block, I hesitated, only to see that very blade run me through. It was then that he revealed the true essence of the technique. I assumed he moved to protect his life, and his stroke came for my death. But the blade missed my heart by the width of a cat's hair. I made no such mistake with his neck.
And so that is how
Just
he
like
died.
that, it was over. I dropped to my knees and reached for my potion as his body drowned in a cascade of snow. I tossed the half-empty bottle beside his severed head and said he could have the rest. When he didn't respond, I couldn't help but laugh. All of it, the tracks, the blood, and his legacy, washed away in a tide of white.
It seems to have froze. There we are. Well, I think I will leave you to your sulking, Svashni. You do not seem to be causing much harm and only killing Thalmor, but if I hear of any other people killed this way, I shall come here and I shall fight you.
Be gone, then.
Mind if I loot this? This is not your things. Alright, well, I shall do so and be on. Gods, be off, I mean. Gods, insolent woman.
Make it quick.
Why do all the Khajiit I meet here in Skyrim have such foul attitudes? I do not understand. Actually, I think Svashni is the first Khajiit you met here in Skyrim, if I'm not mistaken. Alright, so I'm a bit hungry and thirsty. I really like the at-a-glance design of I Need. You don't have to press a key, and I also bound the Realistic Needs and Diseases key to my... to the same key as my sundial, which seemed like a good idea at first, so I could get like all my like information about the day and my character's needs, like on like at a glance, the time my character's needs. I mean, but um, it was annoying because it toggled that at the same time as giving me my needs, which is not really apparently. Oh yeah, that's right. I was gonna say, wait, it doesn't say filling meal or anything, but that's a realistic needs and diseases thing. Let's have some pack. Oops, not butter, but actually, yeah, that's white already. So I'm just gonna have a bit of. Wait, hold on. Where's? Oh, that's right. There's. By the way, does. All right, so. No, it looks like I need water, but I'm not sure how to get water with this mod. Is there a way? Can you buy it at inns? I think there's a drink hotkey with I need. And I think you, let's see, I should have read this guide a little bit before, let's see, tending needs, heavy foods and you are filling while water is most effective in quenching thirst. Okay, so how do you freaking get water? Okay, obtaining water skins. Can be purchased from innkeepers. Okay, I should have looked. Merchants who sell their goods and sometimes be found on NPCs. Can also be crafted at a leather rack. All right. Empty water skins are in misc, filter, and food. Refilling water skins. Refills can be obtained through the following methods, provided that you have an empty water skin. Purchase from an innkeeper, right? Purchase from any random traveler with a filled water skin in their inventory. Interesting. And I have wet and cold, so that'll work. Huh, cool. Requested from an NPC that you have become friendly with. That's pretty cool. Crafted a cooking pot and collected from any upright bucket or kettle. And there's a sixth one that for some reason I can't page down, page up? I don't know, that's weird. So that's a lot of ways anyway, even if I don't know what the hell the sixth one is. Or maybe that's a typo and there isn't a sixth one, but either way, that's pretty cool. So I guess the easiest way is to purchase some water from an innkeeper. Alright, so works similarly to, what's the word? Realistic needs and diseases water system. So I need to go to the inn and see if the innkeeper has a water skin. If not, I'm going to try the general goods store. Actually, I just realized that the general goods store is probably closed by now. And I hope I don't have to go without water until the morning, because that's probably a bad idea. But either way, I really like the simple and easy to use notification system with this. I mean, literally just at a glance you know exactly if you're hungry, thirsty, or not. And also you may hear munching noises every so often. That's probably Animala eating her food. So I just have to keep putting food in Animala's inventory every once in a while so that she can eat when she's hungry. So that's pretty cool. I really like the follower needs thing. It adds immersion, you know. And also it has a feature relating to followers where if you sit down and start eating, your follower will sit down and start eating with you, which is really cool. And that wasn't... There's a lot of nice, neat little immersive features in this that weren't in Realistic Needs and Diseases, plus the needs system itself is simpler, easier to use. So I'm really, really impressed with iNeeds right now. And that mod is pretty much essential. I thought Realistic Needs and Diseases was essential when I bought it, but this is a better mod for me. It just is. And also, the installation process is a lot simpler because I used Rybash, and Realistic Needs was packed in a way that only NMM can install it. Like, it's packed for a faux mod installation, and I had to install it manually, which was a tiny bit of a pain. But with iNeed, it's literally just an ESP and a BSA, so it was easy. But anyway.
Welcome to Dead Man's Drink.
Thank you. I wonder if you have any water.
Drinks for the thirsty, food for the hungry.
No. Crap.
You hear any juicy gossip in town?
I need a water
Sure to
skin.
share
So
with
let's see if I can craft a water skin at the tanning rack. And if not, I might be screwed for water right now. But at least I know how to obtain water now, because it's a bit different from Realistic Needs. And to me, I Need is actually more immersive right now. I've only played with it for literally less than an hour yet, but I like it so far. Smith isn't out here, so hopefully I have the materials to craft one in my darn thing. Alright, so, hide? No. Clothing? No. Misk? Empty water skin. I need leather and leather strips, which I already have. Can I make leather? Yes, I can. Perfect. Problem solved. Leather and empty water skin. And since I have a water skin, I will somehow be able to purchase a refill from an innkeeper now. The innkeeper here in Falkreath. So let's check that out. And while it's loading, I'm going to quickly check and make sure that my Audacity's recording. Yup, and make sure that, let's see, that should be recording.
Come on in. I got more food, drinks, and more bacon.
Hold on. It looked like a black screen. Let me just make sure. Oh yeah, it's because the loading screen is a black screen. Okay, right. So it's recording and everything. I'm really paranoid now because I didn't have Skyrim checked last time I tried to record this part. But anyway, everything that I had tried to record before has already passed, so that's good. And I also remembered to tell you guys about some things that I didn't before. So, and also I figured out I need when I didn't when I tried to record this last. So everything is better now. Let's see. Oh, cool. So there we go. That's how you purchase water. So since I have water skin, I can refill it. Nice little sound effect too. Still getting over a cold, guys. What am I doing? Water skin. There we go. Oh, cool. You can take 3 drinks from it, apparently.
Thank you.
Alright, and... oh, now I'm a bit hungry again. Apple dumpling, maybe. Nummy, nummy, nummy. There we go. What's the arrow? Oh, that's, some buff. I guess from what I just ate.
Another day in this great.
What time is it? It's early evening. Let's, just kind of chat with people around the inn. You know what? I have a great idea. Problem is, Delacourt will have to shut up. Because I'm not really interested in a battle of the bards right now. So he's probably, you know, I'm gonna request him to take a break. This is sort of, you know, actually I think that Delacourt's a nice enough guy that if Jakar explained that he is a bard as well and he would like to, you know, test his barding skills, and he would politely ask if Delacourt would take a little break, and Delacourt's a good sport, and he he's allowing Jakar to play himself. So if we talk to Valga here, there we go. If we talk to Valga here, yeah, there we go. I'd like to perform here. I suppose I could spare a bit of gold in the free room for the night if you played a few songs. Sound good? Indeed it does. Sure. Great, talk to me again when you're done. Right, so, if I were to
You hear any juicy
form this
gossip in
adventure,
town?
so,
Be sure to share
if I
with
went over
me.
here, maybe not where Delacourt was standing, right about here. This looks like a good place. So, if I stood here, Jakar's going to take off his fur helmet and gloves and everything. In fact, you know what, he's going to get a bit comfortable. Does he still have his fine clothes? Yeah, he's just going to take off his armor and chill. For shoes, everything. And actually, no, his shoes, he'll stay on. Doesn't make sense to take his shoes off. And he's going to go into, let's see, favorites, and, oh, I don't have that favorited. I'm going to change that right now. So if I went into, again, guys, I keep pressing the wrong keys because I'm playing different games. Let's see, play loot. There we go. Favorite that. There's also the songs of Cyrodiil and elsewhere. You know, everyone's heard these loot songs before. I mean, those are the common ones. So you know what? We're gonna play. I don't think I've ever heard the songs of Cyrodiil, so that will be interesting to see what happens there. So, songbook, songs of Cyrodiil. What is my power key? I think it's D. Right. So let's see what Jakar's got here. Come on. Get your loot out. There you go. Okay, the flute is a bit unimmersive. But oh well, we'll go with it. Barmaid sweeping behind him like nothing's happening. It's pretty funny. Right, so he's going to play some more. He's going to play some Songs of Elsewhere now because they're all loot songs. I'm also going to favorite that and and just play loot, the regular power, because I should have done that a while ago. So, Songs of Elsewhere. This is more of Jakar's speed, and we'll show off his loot talents a little bit more than the Cyrodiil songs from what I've heard. So, Z. It's just random song, like 6 maybe. Come on. Pretty badass, Jakar. That is actually really good. I like this.
Calling me that.
If you have something to say, make Olin say.
Wow. That is pretty badass. Wow, that was impressive, Jakar. Brav frickin' O.